Special features then, next step. If you want to add bidirectional control, you're going to add bidirectional control via your special features and your system macros. Variables here. Let me add a variable. Hit the little blue stop sign with the plus in it. There you go. And I've got string variables. String variables is a string of alphanumeric characters, right? So I can poll a device and say, what's your power status? And then look for a particular thing. If it says power equals on, I know the device is on. Right? I choose what I want to do. If I don't see that string, then it's off, and I choose to do something different. All right? Integers are numbers. Okay? And with variables, with integer variables, I can do a number of different things with this. I can either look for a specific number, okay, like a zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As I flip through here, right, when I stop at a certain zone, when I stop at a certain zone, it's going to tell me what zone number that is, okay? And that's, I'm going to set that. And based on what number it is, I'm going to do something. All right? Now, the other thing I can do with integer variables is when I'm scrolling. Okay? So if I have a slide bar or something like that, I'm going to put in my minimum and my maximum and my initial value. Where am I starting? Okay? So this is what I'm going to look for. Whenever I boot up, it's going to look at this. Boom, boom. Now, this can be pretty much whatever you want. So for a light, you might want to go from 0 to 100%. Okay? For a Denon AV receiver, when I'm doing volume, do they go from 0 to 100? No, they don't even go from 0 to 10. Okay? Right? Or 11. Right? Who remembers this is Final Tap, right? Oh, it's better because it goes to 11. They go from minus 60 dB to plus 15 dB. How annoying is that, especially when the customer calls up? I don't know, I keep turning it down, but the numbers are going up. Is it getting louder? Anyways, you can put minus 60 to plus 15 in here.
And it'll understand,
It's going to understand that, right. Right, as you track it. And then, but then you apply it to how it needs to go within the device. So if you're going to go up, each time you go up, and usually it's a 2 dB swing with those things. It goes from minus 60 to 58 to 56 to 54. So you can put it in there, so as you slide it up, that's what it does.
So when you set an init value and you turn it on, it'll go to minus 30 dB?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right. As long as you've got this variable, you do something with it. Upon turn on, do this with that variable, set it. You gotta set that, exactly. And then what does it do? All right, I've got double variables. What's a double variable? It's an integer variable with a whole bunch of decimal places. Okay, virtually unlimited, but don't do that. Maybe 2 decimal places, hundredths of a second, or hundredth of whatever. 0.5, 0.05, 0.1, 0.15, et cetera, et cetera. And then you've got Boolean, the bool. It's not yet. It's not black. You've got a Boolean, which is essentially true false. So where you've got true false, high low, 0 1, that kind of stuff. That's what a Boolean variable is. All right, and then you set your parameters for that, and there you go. Your system macros, okay, or your bidirectional macros, you see when I turn that on, the variables window stays open. So this is where I'm going to build a system macro that utilizes my variables. Go out and poll this device, right? Once I get a response from that device, what do I have to do with it? Look at it. If it equals this, do that. If it doesn't, da-da-da. And so now I can do all that. And I can actually use, this can be RS-232, this can be TCP/IP, right? And I can write all these things so I can get bidirectional control out of that. Again, not going to go into that today.